Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well today. This is going to be a bit of a mashup kind of video. It's going to just be kind of some recent projects with Steel Ovan here. So I guess this has been what I've been up to for the past couple months, just random here and there projects that I haven't showed you guys yet. So I guess I'll get started. First off, this is what I'm carrying today. This is the ZT808. I did a super quick little mod mania on this. Basically, I brushed the pivot here, just kind of scotch brighted it, and then these used to be flame anode, the handles, and I just quick bead blasted that, stonewashed it, and I think it matches much better with that acid stonewash here I did on the blade. So that's what I'm carrying today. Guess we'll throw that out there. This pocket clip used to be like super shiny, so I did the same treatment as on the handles, so I think it matches better now. Happy with that. Also, let me draw your attention. I'm sure you notice this is kind of a new background here. This was another kind of afternoon project I did. This one, it's just a kind of EDC disassembly tray here. You know, I got my Torx bits up here, whatnot, a little bit of KPL. Made this is some Spanish cedar here, and just routed out these pockets and then cut out. This is really just drawer liner for like cabinets. So cut that out to fit, put that in there, and there you go. Super nice. Finished it with some tung oil here. Got a nice kind of satin finish. And I've seen a couple of these sort of similar designs online. I didn't really model mine off of any other ones, but that's where I got the idea to do this. I was like, hey, it looks kind of nice. Have some wood and whatnot. Also, some of them have the solid backgrounds on them. This one I kind of like because you can see the wood through the back of it. I don't know if the glare in the camera's... Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. But you can see the wood through the patterning there, so I kind of like that. Couple other stupid little mods. I've been playing, well, not mods, but projects. I've been working with this new grinder here, just playing around with it. This is just like a piece of the slides I had to cut off to make it fit. But one thing that I just really love about the grinder is I can get things to be perfectly true. So I made this perfectly symmetrical piece of aluminum. I don't know, it's just kind of satisfying. Stamp my initials in it, and just playing around with it, playing around with beveling the edges and whatnot. So I don't know, just a stupid little kind of fidget thing I was making. Another, grinder mess around project here. Made a sleeve for a chapstick tube here. I don't have a lathe or anything, so I just wound up getting some pieces of copper pipe and texturing them, patinaing them, and then grinding them down. This middle one I just had to grind down on the grinder, and since it was nice and true, it made it pretty easy. So I don't know, just a little... I might get like a black tube, and also I drilled that hole in the top so I can take the cap off out of it if I need to. Otherwise it's kind of permanent. But yeah, I don't know, that was sort of just another afternoon messing around. Some other stuff I've been getting up to. So, when you make knives, I'm always learning, and then along the route I find things that I want to change. So this is one of the older knives I made. I don't remember what number it was, but big one I made out of a file. And pretty much of this one, the modification that I did do it, I'm always adjusting things. These hardware in here, you can't really see it, and I'm not going to bother to disassemble it. But basically the hardware, the threading didn't go far enough back on the bolt. So basically I just had to grind kind of like where the head of the bolt is. I just had to grind that flat part out so that the threads engaged faster, and it solved the one scale would shift a little bit because they weren't the hardware wasn't going snug all the way, and that solved that problem. So just messing around, solving things that I'd missed or had trouble with in the past. I don't know, I guess we'll throw this one off to the side for now. And another one that, this is a fairly recent build, but one thing that was annoying me, Kydex has kind of been a thorn in my side for a bit. I hate how it always scratches everything up. So this one, this knife, I had the 1x30 grinder when I did it, and I left it kind of thick behind the edge because it wasn't very precise. So with this new grinder, I was able to go back, regrind it, thin it out so it's nice and slicey now. I also threw a little sharpening choil in there, and I hand sharpened this on the new grinder. So that's been kind of like another learning project, is learning how to sharpen on the grinder. It's wicked, super fast, and great results. So that's just another thing I've been playing with. And so because of that, the old Kydex sheath was scratching up this blade here. So I made a new Kydex sheath for it. I hate doing it, but had to make another one. Also, the retention on the old one wasn't super great. This one's nice, real solid retention. I also didn't leave myself enough room for that finger ramp like I like. So, and another thing, the arbor press that I have made these rivets look much cleaner. The old method of me doing it, they wound up looking like this, which, as you can see, is pretty ratty looking. So that one I'm super stoked about. I also cleaned up the kind of clip on it a little bit, this profile. I don't know, just overall tuned it up, made this one look much nicer and much more functional. So I'm happy about that one. And let's see what else. Oh, this is another afternoon project. Another little knife I made. It's off center in the sheath. There you go. So the sheath I bought, wood burned it and was playing around with like scraping it and trying to do like a pattern in it, kind of a Crusader cross or something. But here's the knife. Another Wharncliffe. I've been a little bit obsessed with Wharncliffes recently, so I've been making a lot of them. This one was just like an afternoon project. I basically, first time with a grinder, this is the first knife I made. Any of the mods I did with it, it's the first thing I did when I got the grinder. Took it was an old kitchen knife. You can see the stock is very thin. A old Japanese kitchen knife. Basically cut the profile out of the blade and then pitched the handle because the handle was junk. Then I don't know if you can see, I did a full convex, like a freehand convex from here to the edge. There was like a kind of Scandi grind on this kitchen knife. And so basically I just tapered it all the way from the spine down to the edge. And all things considered, I think it worked out pretty good. I also experimented with this finish here. This is like a dual acid dip for different times, and it kind of winds up looking like a hamon. So, and yeah, this one's scratched up. I've been using it and whatnot. One thing I'm not super happy about, you can see these shiny marks up by the guard. I don't know, I guess I must have just had a little bit of epoxy there or something still on the blade. I tried to clean them off really well, but once again, this was a very quick project. These are just walnut handle slabs that I got from the shop. And this is the first time with me using mosaic pins. I think these are just 320. You can see they're not super polished though. Added texturing after the tung oil finish on here. Just with it was a wood burner. Just kind of playing around with it, see how it would work. It's not like super grippy, but I kind of like it. I don't know, you can tell the difference. So, also was playing around with, first time messing with beveling with my new grinder. So I was trying to do hand bevels. These ones aren't like super even, but this is just a really fast project, messing around. Overall, I think this knife looks pretty good considering the time and the money I spent on it. I didn't have to heat treat anything because the blade was already heat treated. Wood was free. Basically, I just paid for the mosaic pins, and it cost me maybe, I don't know. It didn't even kill a belt, so I don't know. Maybe I have, like, for the pins, maybe I have $15 invested in this knife. And, you know, an afternoon of messing around with it. So take that into consideration. This is probably not my best work, but it is highly functional, nice and thin, and should work right. I don't know. That was just kind of a mess around project. And let's see. I did one more. So, you know, this old little scalpel I made with an extra piece of 1080. One thing I kind of wish about this has a little bit longer blade. So I went ahead and made one that has a longer blade on it. So here it is. This is this sheath I'm actually recycling from another one. I made a Kydex sheath for this. It scratched it up. It annoyed the heck out of me. Had to regrind it, and then I just like, you know what, I'm just going to throw it in a leather sheath for now. So we will see if I make another Kydex one or if I get fed up and try to learn how to do leather. I don't know. Anyway, this is a little scalpel. It's got this longer blade on it now. This one's in 1/8 inch MagnaCut. And it's got cool. This is the same wood that I used on my dad's knife. This, I think, is mahogany of some sort. Really not sure of the species of the wood. But it polishes up beautifully. Took this 2000 grit. True oil finish. Once again, I have these Black Eyed Susan mosaic pins there. Just a nice little, the way I like to hold it is kind of more like a pinch grip, and the rest is just along for the ride. You also can do like a forward if you need to. I don't know the overall length on this. I'd guess it's about an inch and a quarter. Blade and overall, I don't know, 5 inches. I should have been prepared and had a ruler here, but I don't. So that was just another fun one, messing around. I tried put a tiny bit of a choil on here just for sharpening. The thing with choils, the way I feel, they're kind of unnecessary and they impede cutting, but sometimes for sharpening it makes sense, and I can easily add a choil to any knife. So a lot of times I won't make a choil, and if I feel like I want to add one, I can always add one later. So I don't know. This one all freehand beveling this wood on the grinder. That was another just kind of learning experience. These look much cleaner than these ones. I mean, as you can see, the bevels on the handle. So I don't know, just another little tiny project. I wouldn't even consider this like a really amazing knife. It's just this thing took the same amount of time it would have to make like something like this or bigger. So I don't know, just something different. Anyway, I guess that's the video. That's all I had. I have a couple more that I'm working on. I guess I can show you in future videos. But for now, we'll leave it at that. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you see something, if you have any questions or whatever, leave me a comment, let me know. Maybe if you guys are working on something or have some projects you think I should try out, let me know. Never hurts to drop a comment. Alright, hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you later.